For over 2 decades, XTERRA has brought together some of the world's fittest, toughest, and craftiest endurance athletes for a series of off-road triathlons, races that combine open water swimming, mountain biking, and trail running, and demand skill and tenacity, guile and grit. More than a sport, XTERRA is a lifestyle, requiring total commitment from the bold and ambitious warriors who want to test themselves against the elements, the terrain, the conditions, and each other in some of the most spectacular natural settings in all of athletics. In this, its 24th season, XTERRA continues to expand, reaching new countries where talented athletes with various gifts and challenges embrace the spirit of a sport that brings them closer to nature and to their fellow adventure racers. For episode 11, we head to the inaugural XTERRA event in mainland China, held in September in Kunming, a city in the southwestern part of the country, near Vietnam and Laos. It's close to Kunming that 28-year-old Paralympian JiaChao Wang grew up and embarked on an impressive athletic career that began soon after a life-changing electrical accident at age 5.
We can walk around the whole village. So when we walk over to past the electricity transformer, and then I heard a sound like this. I thought there was a bee there, so I tried to climb. But I asked my cousin. He is my old cousin. I asked him to climb, but he cannot climb. I said, let me try, and then I climbed, and then I tried to touch the electricity transformer, and then the following I cannot remember.
The horrific accident cost JiaChao his left arm, but not his sense of adventure. As a youngster, he would sneak out of his house to teach himself to swim in a nearby river, and by age 10, he was strong enough to be invited to train with a swim team for disabled athletes. In 2004, JiaChao qualified for his first of 3 Paralympic Games, and the experience in Greece was eye-opening.
I feel I'm lucky, and then went to Athens. That was my first time to go abroad, to open my horizon and to see the Western, and then to taste, to eat the foods, and then to know the foreigners, to say hello to them. I still remember. That was very exciting.
Even more excitement followed 8 years later, when at his 3rd Paralympic Games in London, JiaChao won a gold medal as part of China's 4x100-meter medley relay team.
At that time, I think, I achieved my goal, and then I achieved my dream.
But there were more dreams to fulfill. JiaChao, who went to university after the 2012 London Games, discovered triathlon and thought he might be able to return to the Paralympics in a new sport, one for which he is well suited.
I think my background of swimming, and then I like cycling and running, it's okay. And then for the endurance, I think I can do endurance sport more than swimming. So all of these reasons together, I think I'm very, very fit this event.
While Jia Chow tries to qualify for the 2020 Tokyo Paralympics in his new sport, he also trains in races in XTERRA, a new challenge to which he was first introduced in Maui in 2017.
That was so cool, and then that was very exciting because it's more close in the nature, close to, for example, swim in the wild, like very high wave, like 5 meters high or 6 meters high in the wild sea, and then to cycling in the very difficult trail. During the competition, many people just tell me to go, 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 you are working hard, you are so great. And then when I fall down, and then other people, they stopped and then helped me to stand up, and then asked me, are you okay? And then I said, I'm good, thank you. And then they are gone. So this is the friendship, and then this is very close to the nature, and then you can see the very beautiful scenery, very beautiful mount, and then sea, and then everything. So I think this is the key reason that many people like this.
As Jia Chow trains for both traditional road triathlons and XTERRAs, he inspires other athletes, both able-bodied and challenged, with his positivity and his resilience.
My character is very challenge. I like challenge. I like do things that I want to do. I think I am a little bit talented of swimming, but actually my talent is endure, working hard, and then never give up.
XTERRA Adventures is presented by Tea Tree, eco-minded hair care infused with natural botanicals. Discover the natural magic of Tea Tree. The Maui Visitors and Convention Bureau. Visit gohawaii.com/Maui. This segment is brought to you by Tea Tree by Paul Mitchell. Today, multi-sport adventure racing is taking off among the country's youth, and 25-year-old Leti Tang is at the forefront of that new wave.
Hello everyone, my name is Leti. I am from China. After attending the 2016 XTERRA World Championships in the USA, I fell in love with this race. I'm happy that XTERRA race came to the city where I'm living now, this year.
Leti grew up cycling, canoeing, and her favorite, mountain biking. But it wasn't until 3 years ago, when she was invited to participate in an XTERRA event, that she learned to swim. Now, as her country's first female professional XTERRA athlete, she trains 20 hours a week, running and cycling in the morning, swimming and strength training in the afternoons.
I prefer the endurance sport to the high-intensity sport. And I quite enjoy doing the endurance races with my friends, sharing the experience.
And in September, as some of the top off-road triathletes in the world converged on Yunnan for the inaugural XTERRA Kunming event, Leti was excited not only to race, but also to showcase her hometown.
For the athletes around the world coming here, Yunnan really is a beautiful place to check out. Daily living to special gifts, plenty to pick up.
Among the elite athletes who would be racing in China was Spain's Ruben Ruzafa, a three-time XTERRA World Champion who at age 35 continues to rack up titles all over the world, even as he fends off challenges from the sport's up-and-coming stars.
I think it's the competitors themselves, the younger ones who are up and coming, that motivate you to keep pushing forward and to keep on getting up day after day, to keep on training, to get back there again, or to be able to stay there.
Ruzafa, originally an elite-level mountain biker, made the transition to triathlon in his early 20s and found immediate success, winning the XTERRA World title in 2008. But it was his second XTERRA World title 5 years later that he remembers most fondly.
My best memory of XTERRA was the World Championship in Maui. It was in 2013, the second year. The second time I won, and that was because I was coming from a period, let's say a dark period in my life, and one which I was performing poorly. I didn't know what was wrong with me, and well, that year I won the World Championship, and from then on my performance improved.
Improved is an understatement. With his dominant skills on the mountain bike and rapidly improving swim and run legs, Ruzafa added a third XTERRA World title in 2014 and has amassed a total of 34 World Tour wins in his career. Ruzafa lives and trains in a tiny village in the Basque region of northern Spain, where there is no shortage of spectacular views. But it is the opportunity to see the rest of the world that has kept him motivated to continue competing.
I think that what made me fall in love with XTERRA was running in places where I'd never been before, traveling to incredible places like Maui, and enjoying people, the environment and the experience itself, which is traveling, running and returning home, bringing an adventure along with us.
In September, Ruzafa's latest adventure took him nearly 6,000 miles away from his home in Spain to Kunming, China.
Since it takes place in September and so close to the World Championship, it's a good opportunity for me to put myself to the test before Maui.
This segment is brought to you by Maui Gym Sunglasses. Sunday, September 22nd, was a gorgeous day at the Yangzhong Lake Resort in Kunming. Cheered on by an engaged and curious local crowd, the elites dove in for the 1.5-kilometer swim. Ben Allen of Australia was first out of the water in 1942, followed closely by a pair of Frenchmen, Maxime Chenet and Brice Debord, with Ruben Ruzafa of Spain right in the mix.
In the swim, I swim with Ben Allen, Brice Debord and Maxime Chenet, very good swimmers. They don't swim to the limits, but yeah, stay with them is good for me.
Kunming sits at 6,200 feet, but Ruzafa, a former mountain biking pro, was not bothered by the thin air. The Spaniard laid down the fastest bike split of the day, 1 hour, 21 minutes, and 4 seconds. And even as he was rolling, he was able to appreciate the uniqueness of his surroundings.
You are in China, and when you are riding the bike, you see the monuments and something like that. So I think it's a very good experience. The people I feel that enjoy the XTERRA, and the pros, we enjoy this place.
Ruzafa had a 2-minute lead heading out of transition 2, but was running scared, knowing the Frenchmen are fleet of foot. Ultimately, Ruzafa was able to extend his lead, running 37 minutes and 21 seconds to claim the inaugural XTERRA Kunming title and the 35th World Tour victory of his storied career. Debord finished second, 4.5 minutes back, and Chenet faded on the run, but held on for third.
I'm really surprised with my race. I feel very well, good performance. I can't wait to start and to keep my preparation for Maui, 5 weeks. And yes, we will see.
XTERRA Adventures is presented by the Hawaiian Islands. Visit gohawaii.com, Hawaii's official tourism site. XTERRA, racing and apparel for your active lifestyle. Visit XTERRAplanet.com. While Ruzafa ran away with the men's title, the women's elite race was extremely competitive. Englishwoman Jackie Allen had the lead out of the water, followed about 1 minute back by a big group that included Karina Vassal of Austria, Lizzie Orchard of New Zealand, and 39-year-old Fabiola Corona of Mexico.
In Mexico, we used to do many mountain bike races, and it's kind of this like single track. So I enjoy all the time, all the bike part. So in the second lap, I get on first place, and I was pushing with Jackie all the time until the top of the mountain, and then I give it all. I said I have to be on the front. I have to go down like a crazy woman.
Riding with abandon, Corona took control of the race on the second half of the bike and posted the fastest bike split of the day, 1 hour, 38 minutes and 42 seconds. But coming out of transition 2, she knew she still had work to do.
So I get running, and I was praying all the 2 laps like, no, nobody passed me. And if someone is behind me, I hope it's gonna be a man, no a woman.
No one did pass her, although Vassal of Austria got close, and Corona broke the tape in 2 hours, 50 minutes, and 14 seconds for the emotional victory.
So at the end, I was in the last kilometer, I was looking back to see if there was somebody, and I couldn't believe it, because for be honest, I was like thinking that maybe I get third or fourth place. So at the end, I was like unbelievable.
The win gave Corona a measure of redemption, following a bitter disappointment in the 2008 Olympic triathlon.
I came here 11 years ago in 2008 in Beijing to the Olympics, but the result wasn't very good for me. So finally, after 11 years, I come back and I get the gold medal. So for me, it's amazing. I think it's my best result in XTERRA in all my life, and I will remember all my life.
XTERRA Kunming was a success for the local athletes as well. Leti Tang, her country's first female pro XTERRA racer, placed 10th, and JiaChao Wang, the Paralympic gold medalist in swimming, impressed and inspired the onlookers with his 7th place finish in the 25 to 29 division. Coming up in the next episode, the best off-road triathletes in the world descend on Maui for the most important competition on the annual calendar, as the 2019 XTERRA season culminates with the World Championships. That's next time on XTERRA Adventures.